Hello, welcome to Group Hoop Mondays. My name is Kailey and I'm excited to hoop with you all tonight. Thank you for joining in. We host a 30-minute hoop dance fitness class every Monday on Facebook Live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Stick around afterwards for a 15-minute Q&A if you have any questions about the class, moves that we learned, or maybe about hula hoops. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So just a few safety reminders before we get into class. If you need to modify to anything, please do. You can always watch the replay. So if you're not sure how to do a move correctly, save it for later and ask me questions after class. Take a break when needed. Remember to have a water bottle handy and feel the flow and just have fun. If you haven't liked our page or subscribed to our Facebook, or it's not Facebook, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. We post all of the workouts right on YouTube. So let's get into it. The format of class today, we are going to start with a warm-up, get into a little waist hooping, hoop fitness, hoop dance, and a cool down. So I am going to start with my bigger standard hoop. This weighs about 1.5 pounds and it comes right up to my belly button. So we're just gonna go for a warm up. I am going to hold the hoop above my head. My hands are on the inside and I am going to pull the hoop down and squat back. So starting up above, I'll show you from the side. So I'm just sending my hips back, bringing the hoop down with me, and then fully extending at the top. If you cannot fit your hoop around your body, feel free to put the hoop in front of you. So same thing, just the hoop is right out in front instead of around you. So whatever one you're more comfortable with, we're gonna go for 10. Great. All right, 2 more. 10, great job. Okay, we are going to hold our hoop right in front of us, hands are on the outside, and I'm just gonna step side to side. Good. Now, with our next step, we are going to push the hoop out to the side and back to the center. So step out to the side, back to the center. In real time, it looks something like this. So you're just pushing with your arms, turning your upper body in the direction of the hoop. We'll go for 5 more. 4, 5, perfect. Okay, let's hold our hoop right around our waist and we're gonna go for some hip circles. So I'm just moving my hips in one direction. Really stretching out my low back, activating my muscles here. Now let's slowly pause and take it in the reverse. I hope you are all having a fantastic Monday. And I'm happy you could join me tonight for our 30-minute class. Okay, now I'm going to hold my hoop against my tailbone like this, arms are on the outside, and I'm going to hinge towards the ground and then push and extend my hips forward while squeezing my glutes. So hinge back towards the ground, push. Hinge down, come upright, pause, push forward. Great job, we'll go for 2 more. One more. All right, starting to feel nice and warm. I'm just gonna hold my hoop right in the center and take my heels to glutes. So I'm just picking up my feet, straight from the side. Awesome. Just activating those quads, getting nice and warm. Holding that hoop right around the center. 2 more. Both sides. All right, let's get into some waist hooping. We're going to start with the hoop on the small of our back, 1 foot in front of the other, wind up, a really big spin, and we're moving front to back. So by front to back, I am pulsing forward right with my core, just a tiny little movement here, keeping my posture nice and tall, nice and strong. And I'll show you from the front. So I'm just shifting my weight, front foot, back foot, little tiny pulsing motion, front to back. Core is nice and tight. My hands are above my hoop. You can keep them up in the center, to the side, above your head, whatever you're comfortable with here. Great, now we're gonna pause and we're gonna go in the reverse direction. So send the hoop in the opposite direction. Keep that core nice and tight, keep that pulsing going, front to back. Make sure you're breathing. It's a lot of concentration, easy to forget. Awesome, let's keep it going a few more times here. Nice and tall, nice and strong, front to back. Okay, let's grab our hoop. I'm gonna bring my feet side to side, so about hip width apart. And we're gonna go for waist hooping again. So again, the hoop's on the small of the back, wind up, really, really big spin, and you're gonna push side to side this time. So this is a side stance. The first stance we did was a forward stance. You'll find with this stance, you have to move a little bit faster, and you are pushing outwards as opposed to front to back. We can bring our hands out to the side, bring them up high, down to the center. Again, side, up high, in the center. Beautiful. You should start to feel a little bit of sweat maybe. Your breath is speeding up. Our heart rate is getting up there. Hooping is low impact, but it is a calorie burn. Equivalent to something like kickboxing or CrossFit, but without all the stress on your joints. All right, a few more spins here. All right, let's stop our hoop. And I'm gonna show you 3 ways to save it. So when you feel your hoop falling down towards your hips, you can do a hip dip. So with a hip dip, and to practice this, you actually have to have the hoop falling down first, right? So to practice, you could just stop, slow your movement or stop completely. You'll feel the hoop start to fall. And that's when the hoop gets to around your hip bones, you're gonna dip down and stand right back up. So a lot of times when you see hoopers waist hooping for the first time and it falls down, they kind of crouch down and they get stuck here and they get stuck here. They just have to stand back up. So that's one way to save it, the hip dip. Second way to save it is to turn in the direction your hoop is going. You can pick up your feet and go for small steps, or you can actually spin it out. That's just going to give your hoop a little momentum. So when we spin, the hoop stops, come right back to center. It makes it spin a little faster. And then the third way is just to push faster, harder. So that little pulsing motion we have going from our core, we're either going front to back or side to side. When you feel your hoop start to fall, just speed it up a little. And your hoop will start to rise. Now, if you do this when you're waist hooping, if you just push faster, harder, you can do it by counting, right? So I'm gonna count when the hoop hits my belly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll kind of feel the rhythm from there. Let's speed it up. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and your hoop will start to rise up towards your chest, which is what we're going to get into next, chest and shoulder hooping, right? So to start this, you're going to put your hoop on the center of your upper back, and we're gonna give it a spin, and we're gonna turn in the direction it's going. So just kind of feel that motion. You don't really have to move with it. Just feel for the points where the hoop hits. So it's going to hit in 4 points. It's going to hit on your upper back, shoulder, chest, other shoulder. So from here, we're gonna start it in the curve of our back, and it's a little bit easier if we hunch a little, and we're gonna give it a big spin, turn the way it's going. And again, it's okay if your hoop falls to the ground. We're just getting a feeling for the hoop rotating around our chest, right? So anytime in hoop dance, when you turn the way your hoop is going, it's going to slow down that movement. So give it a go one more time. I am going to toss my hoop, turn with it, and just feel for where the hoop is connecting. So upper back, shoulder, chest, shoulder, again to the upper back. Spin, and so the motion we're making is you are popping your chest out while rotating your shoulders outward. So it's kind of like a shimmy. Your shoulders are doing a shimmy and then your chest is popping. So the movement's like this. So chest pop, curve, and then you need to bring in those shoulders as well. Now this will take time if you have never chest hoop before, and that's okay. So to practice, we're gonna take the way our hoop is going, push out with our shoulders, and then pop and hunch, pop and hunch, pop and hunch. And just have fun with it. Now you notice when I turn with my hoop, my movement is slower and controlled, as opposed to when I am standing facing the camera. Look how fast I have to move. So this is very difficult, even for me, just because you have to move so fast, and also be aware of your posture, right? So you want to keep that nice hoop posture. Your spine's nice and straight. You're nice and tall. You're not hunching. Your core is always tight. So let's go one more time. I'm gonna throw my hoop, turn with it, push those shoulders out, and pop and hunch. Great job. All right, let's get into a little hoop fitness. We're gonna do a 4 move circuit. So we're going to go through the moves consecutively, 20 seconds each move. Grab a sip of water if you need it before we begin, and I will demo the moves first. All right. So first move is we're gonna pick up our hoop and jump rope. So low impact, just stepping. You're gonna use your wrist to turn the hoop, give it momentum, go around your body. So low impact stepping, high impact actually, actually jumping with it. Okay, so that's the first move, jump rope. Second move is going to be a front and side crunch. Hoop is above my head. I'm going to lift my leg up and crunch forward. So with power, you want the move coming from your core. And then side crunch, yeah, we can do this. So like that. So from here up top, I'm going to drive my elbow down while bringing my leg up, not exactly to the side. You want to keep your foot somewhat in front of your body. If you go to the side, that's way too much strain on your lower back. We're gonna wind up with some injuries, okay? So that's our first move. We're gonna do that 20 seconds, 3 times, and then we will do the rest of the moves. So let's get into it with a jump rope. Give me 1 second. Oh no, I don't want an alarm. All right. Here it is. Okay, we're gonna go 20 seconds jump rope, grab your hoop out in front of you, and get ready, set, go. So I'm doing low impact, I'm just stepping. Woo, trying not to step on my hoop. So you wanna step through your hoop, swing it around, in front. If you are doing low impact, change those feet halfway through. Whichever foot is going forward, just switch them out. All right, 5 seconds. Great job. Okay, 20 seconds of crunches. Let's do it. Up above, we're gonna go front, we could alternate those legs. So we'll go 2, 2, 1, 2. Your spine should be nice and tall, nice and straight, driving from your core and your hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, let's go for side crunch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to drive that hoop right outside, not exactly to the side, so somewhat in front of you. Great. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay. Whew, I'm already out of breath. Okay, our next set is going to be squats. So I'm going to hold my hoop out in front, feet are hip width apart, drive my hips back and down, and stand up. So I'm using the hoop as a balance. If you want a little challenge, you can push in on that hoop. Okay, so just putting a little pressure here and squatting down. So we're gonna go squats, 20 seconds, and then skaters. We're gonna hold our hoop out in front of us, and we're gonna go back. Challenge, driving, driving. So I'm switching here. Just a little, this is called an iso pop. And again, high, yes, high impact. That was low impact, just stepping. High impact is actually hopping back and forth. Okay, so we're gonna go for squats in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. So I'm making sure my knees are not coming above my toes. Driving my hips back and down and squeezing at the top to come up. Back is nice and straight. If you want, put some tension on that hoop. Beautiful. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Let's go for some skaters. And I'll give you a 10-second break here. Whew. All right. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. So I'm just stepping behind as fast as you can. You could hop or just step like I'm doing. You can do the iso pop, changing hand, just driving your hoop to the side. Oop. Keep it going. You guys got this. Great. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Grab a sip of water. Great work. That completes our hoop fitness portion of the class. Now we're gonna get into the fun part, hoop dance. I'm gonna switch my hoop out for just a little bit lighter, a little bit smaller. This is my dance hoop, weighs about a pound. It's about 30, 32 inches. So I'm gonna show you the moves we're gonna be working on, and then we'll get into them. The first one is passing, helicopter, lasso, sustain spin, back into passing, and step through to end it. All right, so I'm gonna break it down for you guys. Move number 1, passing. 2 connection points, front of the body, back of the body. And I am simply passing the hoop from one hand to the other. In the front, my pointer fingers are coming together. And then the back, my pinkies. Being conscious to grab my hoop from the top. A common mistake in the beginning is to bring your hand under like this, and then when you go to drive your hand forward, you have nowhere to go. So, hand from the top, not from the bottom. and just passing one hand to the other. You can stay stationary or you can turn with it. All right, and that is passing. Now helicopter is a variation of passing. So we're gonna start with our hoop in the front. My hand is pointed up to the sky, firm grip. I'm going to rotate my hoop, rotate my wrist to the ground while turning my hoop to the side. So hand is pointed up in the center, my hand's pointed down on the side, and then my hand points back up in the back. And that's why I'm gonna transfer it to my other hand. So I'm gonna grab it here, and then again, palms pointed down out to the side, and front to the back. So here, this move, you have to go for it. It's hard if you're trying to break it down slowly just because the weight of the hoop. When it is in motion, it is moving with you, making it a little bit easier. We still have those same 2 connection points, front and back. The difference is we are spinning our wrist. Passing, we're not spinning anything. We're just passing hand to hand. Helicopter, we are actually turning our wrist, our whole arm. I'll show you from the back. So just bringing that other hand in here, connecting, and keeping that rotation going. Whoop, and there it goes. Surprised it didn't happen yet. And that's okay. We just pick it up and we keep going. So that's helicopter. Next move is lasso. So from helicopter or from passing, whichever you're more comfortable with, when your hoop comes into, for me it's my right hand, I'm bringing my right hand up above my head, opening it up, and pulsing my hand front to back. So I'm gonna show you from passing around. Right here, I'm gonna drive my hand up above my head. I'm gonna use my thumb, quick transfer, stick those 4 fingers through, and pulse my hand front to back. So I'll show you from the side. And you wanna keep your elbow, next to your head. Your hand is directly above your body. And then just pulsing that hand front to back. So up top, I'm gonna come close to show you guys. My hoop is rotating right in here. So my thumb is sticking out and I am just pulsing, almost I'm giving you a high five, front to back. From passing, right here, there's gonna be a transfer. So you're gonna use your thumb, you're gonna hook it. See how my thumb is hooked around here? Hook around, throw up, spin it once around your thumb, stick those 4 fingers through, start pulsing front to back. And that is a lasso. Our 4th move, sustain spin. So in lasso, if you can just turn with the direction of your hoop, mine's going to the left. So if you turn your body and stop moving your hand, right? The hoop is just gonna kind of float here. And that's also super pretty trick to do. But we are going to turn and I'm gonna bring my other hand in. So I'm gonna turn, look for that opposite side of the hoop, bring my other hand in. Now my hands are on the inside of the hoop. So outside of the hoop, inside of the hoop, my hands are on the inside. I'm going to turn, just turn, while bringing my hands down, and then just turn my body and raise my hoop up. So start with our hoop around our body. Hands are on the inside. I'm going to turn my body while lowering my arms. Pause when I can't lower anymore, and bring the hoop back up while spinning in the same direction. So this one looks super pretty, and it looks complicated, but it is one of the easiest tricks to learn. For me, it helps. I use spotting, which is a technique of like staring at an object while you're spinning to prevent you from getting dizzy, right? So I actually spot on the inside of my hoop. So when my hoop is above my head, I start bringing it down. I focus, lock my gaze right on that inside of that hoop, and that is the only thing I am looking at. And that is a good technique to practice to control your dizziness when you're spinning. Of course, if you get too dizzy, just pause and take a break. Okay, so that's sustained spin, and our last and final move is a step through. So I'm gonna have my hoop out to the side, right here. It is on my right side. I'm gonna hinge it towards my body, right? So when I hinge it towards, I'm gonna pick up my left foot, step in, use my wrist, swing it around, and step out. So essentially, you're just stepping your body through the hoop. So I'll show you from this side. Hinging, picking up that foot, rotating my wrist, and out. So in real time. And after that, you can go into passing, but for right now, we're just gonna do a step through and leave it in the front to end our routine, okay? So are you guys ready? We're gonna go passing, helicopter, lasso, sustain, spin, and step through to end, okay? So let's run it. We're gonna go through it 3 times, and I'll guide you through. Last time you were on your own. So passing, just passing the hoop, one hand to the other. Remembering to come from the top. Helicopter, passing with a twist. Great. Now we are going to either from helicopter or passing into lasso. Bring that hand up, pulsing front to back, 4 fingers sticking through. We're going to turn in the direction of our hoop. Bring your hand on the inside, sustain spin, bring it down and up. Beautiful. On your next up, going to lasso, passing, step through. Okay, all right, let's run through it 2 more times. Last before the final. Passing. Helicopter. Feel free to bring your own moves, your own style in here. You can turn with it. Feel the music. Lasso. Cool. We can turn. Turn, sustain spin, bring that hand in. Down and up. One more time. Into passing. Step through and finale. All right, are you ready to go through one more time? This time I am not going to talk. Let's see if you can remember, but I will show you. Are you ready? Let's do it. Yes, awesome. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you for joining in. Whew. All right, grab a sip of water if you need it. I know I do. And we will head into a little cool down. All right, whew. I am so sweating. That fitness got to me tonight. Okay, so we are going to hold the hoop around our waist, and we're just gonna turn, face the back, look over the shoulder, and just hold it here. You could start breathing a little deeper. Meet me back in the center. Other direction, look over your other shoulder. Beautiful, meet me back in the center. And we are going to bring our hoop up above. I'm gonna turn it so it's hitting my upper back here. Let it drop down so it's on my lower back. Feet about hip width apart, squeeze my glutes, and just hinge, opening up my chest, my low back. hinging my upper body backwards, but keeping my lower body super stable. My glutes are squeezed to support my lower back. Just big inhale here. Exhale. All right, let's bend up to center. And I am going to take my hoop off my body. I'm gonna lay it out in front of me, about in arm's reach. Might have to move back a tiny bit more. Hinge back. Nice straight lower back. This is equivalent to a down dog, just in the standing position. If you practice yoga, it takes the stress off of your hands and your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhale, exhale. Slowly, 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 vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up to a standing position. I am going to do a quad stretch. I'm going to use my hoop as a prop. So grab here, and I'm just going to balance with my hoop. You can roll forward if you want a deeper stretch. So on the side here, oh, my quads are tight. Roll forward. I'm just gonna hang out here. Great job. I'm so proud of you guys. I hope you enjoyed class tonight. Each week I keep the format the same, so we do a little warm up. Sometimes it's more, switch sides, sometimes it's more, flow based. My quads are super tight. Sorry, so we always do a warm up. Sometimes it's more flow based, sometimes we don't use our hoop. Just depends on the exercises that we're doing for the class. Then we get into a little waist tubing, a hoop fitness, which is usually a circuit. And then we learn a few dance moves and put them together into a routine. And then end with a little cool down. Whew. So whether this was your first time trying a hoop class, or you've been doing it for years, I hope that you learned something new. And I'm just going quads to glutes here. I hope that you learned something new and had a great time today. I'm so thankful that you guys can join me and that we can do this right from our living rooms. All right, and let's now cross our arms in front of our chest. Great job. And we're almost there. I know I'm running a little over time, but we started a little late, so that's okay. It's very important to warm up your body, to get ready for the activities that it's doing, and then also a nice cool down to prevent injury. All right, a few more times here. Amazing. Again, thank you so much for joining. My name is Kailey. I'm the owner of Hipnotic Hoopla. We sell hula hoops on Etsy, and then we also have these virtual classes every Monday night right here on Facebook Live. So thanks for joining in. Stick around for a 10-15 minute Q&A. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments now, and I will see you all next week. Bye guys.